Muhammad Ali's deadliest trash talk moments that broke his opponents mentally. Before they even stepped in the ring, the fight was already over, and the other man didn't even know it yet. Muhammad Ali was standing in a room full of cameras, lights, and reporters. He hadn't thrown a single punch, but the man across from him was already shaking, not from fear of the fight. From fear of Ali's mouth, Ali had a secret weapon. It wasn't his speed, it wasn't his footwork, it was his words. He could destroy a man's confidence in 60 seconds, just with talking, just with words. And once he got inside your head, you were done. Sonny Liston was the most feared man in boxing. He had knocked out every single person he had ever fought. People ran away just from his stare. His hands were like hammers, his eyes were cold, and nobody, not one person, thought Ali had a chance. But Ali didn't care. He showed up at Liston's hotel in the middle of the night, screaming, yelling, calling Liston a big, ugly bear. Security tried to stop him. Ali didn't stop. He kept going. He kept screaming. He wanted Liston to hear every single word. Why did he do that? Because Ali knew something. Fear moves in both directions. Most people were scared of Liston, but Ali made Liston scared of him, not scared of his fists, scared of the chaos, scared of someone who didn't act normal, scared of someone who seemed like he couldn't be controlled. At the press conference before the fight, Ali pointed at Liston and said, "You are too ugly to be the world's champion. The world's champ should be pretty like me." People laughed. Liston did not. He stared hard. But something behind his eyes had already changed. A tiny crack had appeared. Ali kept going. Every single day before the fight, he said something new. He called Liston a slow, ugly bear. He said Liston fought like a truck, not a man. He said he would dance around Liston, and Liston would never touch him. He said he would be so fast, Liston's eyes would get tired just watching. And then the fight happened. Round 1. Liston came in heavy and slow. Ali was already gone. Left, right, back, gone again. Liston swung and missed, swung and missed. His face started to change. He looked confused. He looked frustrated. The crowd was watching something strange. By round 6, Liston sat on his stool, and he didn't get up. He quit. He said his shoulder was hurt. But people who were there that night said his eyes told the real story. Something inside him had already quit, before the fight, in that hotel hallway, in that press conference room. Ali had already beaten him there, but Liston wasn't the only one. George Foreman was next, and this one was different, because Foreman was not just powerful, he was the most physically dominant heavyweight the world had ever seen. He knocked Joe Frazier down 6 times in 2 rounds, 6 times. The crowd couldn't believe it. Frazier was tough. Foreman made him look like nothing. Ali was older now. He was slower. The old Ali would have danced all night, but his legs weren't as fast anymore. Everyone could see it. Everyone said it. Ali was going to get destroyed. His trainer said it quietly. His own team was worried, but Ali smiled. Ali started talking. He said Foreman was a big, slow machine. He said Foreman had no chin. He said Foreman fought scared men. He said those men let Foreman beat them. But Ali was going to make Foreman look stupid. Ali said Foreman was nothing but a puncher, and punchers get tired. But here is the part people forget. Ali went to Foreman's training camp. He watched Foreman train. He talked to people around Foreman. He was studying him, quietly. While he was talking loud on the outside, he was thinking smart on the inside. He was building a plan, and that plan had a name. The rope-a-dope. Ali decided he was going to let Foreman hit him. On purpose, let Foreman throw hundreds of punches, cover up, and let the big man tire himself out. It sounded crazy. It sounded like madness. But Ali knew one thing. Power punchers gas out fast. Nobody can punch hard forever. Before the fight in Zaire, Africa, Ali walked through the streets. The Ehi people there loved him. They chanted his name. Foreman had brought German shepherds to Africa. The same dogs that colonial police had used against African people for years. Ali found out, and he told everyone. Foreman's image cracked before the fight even started. In the ring, Ali leaned on the ropes and covered his face. Foreman hit him, and hit him, and hit him. Foreman threw everything. Round after round, he punched until his arms burned. He punched until his legs felt heavy, and Ali talked to him the whole time. "Is that all you got, George? My grandmother hits harder than that. Come on, George." Foreman started to panic. He was throwing punches, and the man would not fall. Something inside him began to break. He had never been in this situation. Every person he had ever hit had gone down. This man was still standing, still talking, still smiling. It made no sense. Round 8. Foreman was exhausted. His arms were slow. His punches had lost their power. And then Ali came off the ropes. He threw a combination, fast, clean, precise. Foreman went down. The crowd exploded. The noise was unbelievable. Ali had done it, not just with his fists, with his mind, with his words, with his plan. Joe Frazier was different. The Ali and Frazier story was personal. It cut deep, and Ali went somewhere dark with his words. He called Frazier a gorilla. He showed up at press events with a toy gorilla and punched it. He said Frazier was dumb. He said Frazier was ugly. He said Frazier was the white man's champion. That last one hit different, because both Ali and Frazier were black men. Frazier had actually helped Ali behind the scenes when Ali lost his boxing license. Frazier had spoken up for him, and Ali used his words to erase all of that. He made Frazier look like the villain in front of the whole world. Did it work? Frazier was furious. He was so angry he couldn't sleep. He trained with pure rage. He wanted to hurt Ali. He wanted to prove every word wrong. But that rage, that was Ali's gift to himself. An angry fighter makes mistakes. An angry fighter fights emotional, not smart. Their third fight, the Thrilla, in Manila, was brutal. Both men almost died in that ring. It was one of the hardest fights in boxing history. Ali won. But after it was over, he sat alone in the dressing room. And for one moment, the mask came off. He said quietly that he had been closer to death than he ever wanted to be. Even in that moment, you saw the truth. The trash talk wasn't just performance. It was strategy. It was pressure. It was Ali creating the exact emotional state in his opponents that he needed them to be in. Angry, confused, scared, off balance. And once they were in that state, he already had the advantage. Floyd Patterson was another story. Patterson was quiet, gentle, a good man. Ali went after him hard, called him a rabbit, said Patterson was scared, said Patterson didn't deserve to be in the same ring. Patterson was deeply religious, and Ali attacked that too. It was brutal. And Patterson came into that fight fighting for his pride, not his game plan. Ali controlled the whole fight. He could have ended it early, but instead, he kept Patterson standing. He punished him slowly, round after round, making a point, proving to everyone watching that Patterson had no answer. No counter. Nothing. Some people watching that fight felt uncomfortable. It was more than boxing. It was total psychological control. The greatest trick Ali ever pulled was making his opponents fight his fight. When they were angry, they brawled. When they were confused, they chased him. When they were scared, they froze up. Ali never let a man find his rhythm. And he started that job weeks before the first bell ever rang. His words worked because they were specific. He didn't just say, "I will beat you." He described exactly how he would beat you. He told you what round. He told you what punch. He told you what your face would look like. And somehow, it happened. Over and over again. Which made the next opponent even more terrified. There was one more layer to Ali's trash talk that most people miss. He was entertaining. The crowd loved it. The cameras loved it. The world watched because of him. He turned boxing into theater. And that gave him power. Promoters needed him. Channels needed him. Nobody could tell him to be quiet. Because his noise made everyone money. But here is the final truth. Behind all the noise, behind all the words, behind all the showmanship, Ali worked. He trained harder than almost anyone. He ran miles before the sun came up. He studied his opponents. He knew their weaknesses. He knew what made them angry. He knew what scared them. The trash talk was loud, but the work was silent. That is what people miss when they try to copy Ali. They copy the talk, but they skip the work. They scream at opponents, but they don't study them. They make predictions, but they have no plan. Ali's words had power because his skills backed them up every single time. The mouth and the fists worked together. One without the other was nothing. Ali once said the fight is won or lost far away from the cameras, in the gym, in the road work, in the quiet hours. His trash talk was the thunder, but his training was the lightning. And when both came together, no one in the world could stand in front of him. The greatest weapons Ali ever had were not his hands. They were his mind, his voice, and his belief that he had already won before the first punch was thrown. And most of the time, he was right. That one line he used to say says everything. I am the greatest. He didn't say it to brag. He said it to believe it, and then he made you believe it too. And once you believed it, the fight was over before it started. Which Ali trash talk moment do you think broke his opponent the most? Was it Liston, Foreman, Frazier,